Satnam. Well, hopefully you've had a nice last few days. I know I did. I was visiting my family in Ohio. They live near the Akron, Canton area. Lovely humans. We had a great time. My two oldest sons came with me, which was really nice. They don't get to go on vacations together very often without others involved. So that was really nice. It was really good. And in addition, I got to hang out with my siblings. I'm the oldest of four. And it's very rare where we get to go on vacations without all the families included. So it was very focused. It was really, really nice. And they thought my meditation was weird, but they were totally cool with me cutting out and just getting it in and getting it done. I will tell you, it was interesting. My son, my middle son, shared with me that he has been struggling with addiction for, I don't know, how old is he now? So I guess like 6 years, and I didn't know. And randomly today, I didn't ask. He just offered up that he is holding himself accountable and is dropping one of his addictions to marijuana. And I mean, I'm not a person who's going to judge really anyone's use of marijuana, but it's been thematic throughout this last 25 days. My husband's decided to no longer partake. That was the very first day of our addiction meditation series. And now my other son, I just find this practice, kundalini yoga, to be so powerful. It affects the person meditating, but it affects everyone within the sphere of the person meditating. It is so powerful, and it is undeniable for me. I've been practicing for 6 years now, very strongly for 4 years. And I have seen massive shifts in my life. And this is why I feel called to come to this space and offer this meditation and probably future meditations. But right now I'm being called to offer this meditation. And I don't know how long, but what was really interesting as well is I have a teacher that I follow that I do very regular 40-day meditations with. This meditation is kind of like a baseline meditation, honestly, from the practice that I started with under Guru Jagat. This was something that she gave as a daily for everyone. And so it was just like so wonderful when my other teacher, who I've been practicing with for the last 4 years, when Manpreet Kaur was like, this is what we're doing. We're doing the addiction meditation for 40 days. We're going to start in September. So I invite you to join that space on Instagram. It's 40-day meditation or the 40-day club. I can't remember. If you reach out to me, I'll tell you what it is. But you can also go to her page, Manpreet Kaur Music, on Instagram, and you'll be able to find the pathway to get into the space. Anyway, really cool that we both were feeling called to host. Very nice that the space I'm definitely going to be attending is still this meditation. I'm still trying to figure out, because I would like to offer on YouTube this as a continuation as often as I do it. And I know I'm going to be doing with her. And so covering the gap between now and then through hers respectfully, because she's offering it at a cost and I'm not. This is a free thing I'm being called to offer on my YouTube, and I'm not going to stop. But I would invite you to join her container. So if you're coming here every day and you're doing this with me, I do invite you to go and pay to be in the container. It's worth it. And I'm actually really excited to see what happens in what I would consider an acceleration. When you practice in community, and this is an established community online. We have been doing this with her for 4 years. When you practice in community, it just gets stronger. The experience for yourself, the dedication and discipline, because you have this community you're showing up to every day, and then just generally the ripple impact of the work you're doing. So I've already expressed to you, this meditation has already done things for me and my addictive behaviors. It's done wonders for my husband. it is now influencing one of my children in a really, really healthy and positive way. Like self-guided, disclosing to his other parents, being very brave and vulnerable. I'm so proud of him. Today was a really good day. Anyway, I love these practices. And now we're a little bit late, so let's get started. We're going to bring our palms together. Sitting up nice, straight and tall, plugging those thumbs into sternum, closing the eyes down. Beginning to take those centering, inward focused breaths. Really connecting to self and dropping the day. Each inhale, filling the body fully and completely. Gathering up the junk in your chronic breath. Exhaling, allowing the junk to leave your space. We are clearing your space through each breath. We'll do one more inhale and exhale, and then we'll inhale to tune in. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Suspend the breath. And exhale. All right. In case you were unaware, because I've been doing this 25 days now, and I imagine if this is your first time joining, you're not looking back. We tune in kundalini yoga using the mantra Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong is the creative energy and sound of God. Namo is I bow. So I bow to the creative energy of God. And then Guru Dev Namo, I bow to the teacher who embodies that energy that is within me. And we say that 3 times to really elevate ourselves into that space of higher consciousness before we start doing these practices, to really make them as effective as possible, and to just remind us of our infinite self and our ability to tap in to the creative energy of spirit, the universe, God, however you want to package what is, because it is. We're humans, we got to name it, we got to contain it so we can understand it. So Ong is what we use. All right. This is a 5-minute meditation. Not long, but highly effective. You can go up to 31 minutes. We're just going to keep it at 5 every night with me. We'll see if I get crazy at the big days, like 40 and 90 and 1,000. We'll see how far we go. But on those big days, we might go longer. We might go 31. We'll see. But for this meditation, you're using a very specific mudra with the hands, which is a position to direct the energy. So all of your fingers, which are all very important, we're not going to go over which all of them are, but they go into a fist. The thumbs are your ego. Those are out, because that's what we're reprogramming and repatterning is our ego. We need to get out of those habitual patterns that lead us to addictions. So we've got our thumbs. We're plugging them into the temples because we're really trying to get into that nervous system and into the energetic spaces. That's a great way to do it. The eyes are closed. Your focus is at the third eye point behind your closed eyes. Your mouth is closed, but as you're mentally chanting the Pan Shabad, you are pressing the molars even more together to create that energetic and actual physical movement underneath the thumbs at the temples. So just go ahead and get into that space. Give a little pulse to the molars together. You can kind of feel the space move. You want your thumbs to be on that space that's moving. We want to activate that. The mantra is the Pun Shabad. It's 4 words: Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. You're not saying it out loud. You're chanting it mentally in your head. And I got to be honest, the last 3 days not having music was really nice. It really does help when there's no distraction to do this without music. So highly recommend. But we're going to use music tonight. It is nice to have that in the background when we're doing these videos, especially if someone's dropping in and doesn't understand. They make strange comments. They're like, what are you doing? You're trying to be Batman. That was last night's comment. So anyway, this is the mantra we use. You can go on any platform and find it, but you can find it through Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, Satana. They'll find lots of renditions, but I like to use Terry Noms, who's joined by Hansi Joke. I think they both have heavenly voices, and I'm used to using this one, so I like this one. Anyhow, we're going to get into position. I'll start our timer for 5 minutes, and we'll begin meditating. You just do the best you can. All right, see you on the other side of 5 minutes. And begin. Plugged into the temples, mentally chanting. Eyes are closed, and the gaze is at the third eye point. And inhale, bringing the hands down to the knees, closing the eyes, and just turning the attention inward, integrating after the meditation. The rest is as important as the action. That's so true in so many spaces of our life. And we're going to close tonight with a long Sat Nam. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Truth is my identity and it is yours. And the truth is we are infinite beings having limited human experience. Enjoy your experience. Refine your experience through active action in meditation daily, just to improve how you are, so you show up at your best and influence all the spaces you inhabit the same way. It is a true blessing to be given an opportunity to influence in a positive way in this lifetime, and as many more as it takes to get us to that space where we can all share the infinite space perfectly together. I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Sat Nam. Good night.